Hello and welcome to Questions Left Unanswered. I am your host, Jack Asher, and today we are going to be discussing the question of video games. Are they good for you or bad? Well, how about we find out? Some people say that video games cause bad side effects in players, such as obesity, stress, and violence. Other people say that video games are beneficial for players because they help increase problem solving and logic, hand eye coordination, fine motor and spatial skills, planning, resource management and logistics, multitasking, and the simultaneous tracking of many shifting variables and managing multiple objectives. To determine what the populace thought, we conducted a survey and then took some results from the survey and decided to interview those people to see what they thought.
What do you think the cons of playing video games are?
Well, I don't get as much work done.
How do you think video games are affecting the human brain?
I kind of think that it's actually good. I mean, the tasks make you have to focus longer, so I think it improves focus.
Okay. Do you think video games can cause aggressive behavior?
No, I think it helps you let out aggressive behavior.
Do you know anyone that plays video games besides yourself?
Yes, Katie Bolton.
What do you think benefits of playing video games are?
They let you relieve stress and be creative in some games.
What is your favorite video game?
Sims, the Sims series, definitely.
Have you played video games with your family? If so, did it help the relationship?
I guess. I mean, we had fun and we laughed, so.
What about family members?
Well, I mean, we did play together, but that was mostly like racing video games. And yeah, it's pretty fun. We all laugh.
What are the cons of playing video games?
Well, if you're playing video games, you can't be doing more productive things like reading books and writing essays.
How do you think video games affect the human brain?
I think they make people stupid.
Do you think video games can cause aggressive behavior?
Well, I don't know if you're like playing some game and you're always just like killing things and people and stuff. I think you might get in that killing mode and just think kill, kill, kill. Yes, probably.
Do you know any people that play video games?
Yes, I know lots of students who play video games when they should be doing other things in class.
Do you believe there's any benefits of playing video games?
Well, some people say that there are, that it does help your brain, help your reflexes and that sort of thing. So I guess it would depend on what the game was.
Do you have any family members that play video games?
No, not really.
What are the cons of playing video games?
I think the overall cons of playing video games are like getting addicted and, we're like spending way too much time on playing this instead of like going outside and getting fresh air and planting trees and eating grass.
How do you think the video games affect the human mind?
I think it impacts the human mind in a way like because, as I said before, you get addicted to doing like simple things on whatever device you're playing on, and at the same time, your brain, it depends on the game too. Like if it's a strategy game, you're gonna be thinking, oh, what move can I do to get ahead of the enemy and stuff like that. So it really depends, but I think it makes you think overall.
Do you think video games cause aggressive behavior?
Well, I think that depends more on the person than the video game, because me, I play video games. It's not like I'm gonna kill you right now. I played that Pokemon and Barbie Dream.
What do you think the benefits of playing video games are?
Concentrating on something for a long time. I don't really think about the benefits. I just think about how much fun I'm having playing a video game.
What is your favorite video game?
Well, as you know, a girl, my favorite video game is the Barbie Dreamhouse game, and it has like a box set series. But really my favorite video game is like Pokemon right now, because it's the only one I can control my addiction with video games.
Have you played any video games with family members?
You know, the Wii,
Yes.
like those family games there, like
Yes.
sports,
Yes.
and where I beat them all. Yeah, I played that.
Do you think it strengthens your relationship with your family?
I think it destroys our family because I beat them all.
What are the cons of playing video games?
Video games can be what we would call a time suck, as in you can get engaged too much and maybe spend a little bit too much time, you know, where you could be doing other things.
How do you think video games affect the human brain?
I think negative and positive. I think some of the positives are that it does make you think. You know, you have to keep using your brain, but I also think that video games can sometimes affect people negatively, that they tend to get a little bit too engaged in what they're doing, and maybe they create this alter world in their mind.
Do you think video games cause aggressive behavior?
No, I think if people are going to be aggressive, they're going to be aggressive.
What do you think the benefits of playing video games are?
Hand-eye coordination and being, you know, I mean, you have to think about what you're doing. It's not as simple as saying, oh, these are all dumb. Some of those people are very intelligent people who, you know, who play video games. They just have to, they just think about the world a different way.
Okay, what's your favorite video game?
Well, I don't really play video games, but I use my computer all the time. Does that count?
I guess.
Sorry.
We're with Senior Scott on his opinion on video games. So Scott, what are the cons to playing video games?
The cons? I guess it can like hurt your can make you fat, I guess. Like if you don't exercise and play video games all the time. That's bad. It can be bad for your eyes watching screens. If you play too much.
And how do you think video games affect the human brain?
I think they make it more active. Because I've honestly done some of my hardest thinking while trying to solve puzzles in video games. And I've used those skills I learned to apply to other areas of my life. And I think video games have made my brain much better.
Well, how do you think video games, wait, do you think video games can cause aggressive behavior?
No.
Okay. Do you know anyone that plays video games?
Yes.
Well, how many? You know?
How many people?
Yeah.
How many people do I know? That's probably how many people who play video games.
Okay, all right. Well, what do you think the benefits of playing video games are?
I think the benefits are like the stuff you've always wanted to do, you can do in video games. Because like every guy wants to be able to punch a troll in the face. In video games, you can punch a troll in the face. And if you want to save the world and like get the girl and shoot the bad guys, then you can do that. And you can't do that without video games. And it can encourage your adventurous spirit and give you outlets to do awesome things.
Do you have a favorite video game?
I really like Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess. That's a good one. I got for my birthday last year.
Have you ever played video games with family?
Yes. Me and my dad played Mario Kart together all the time. Mario Kart 64. That was really good. I played Star Fox together. We competed to see who could beat Super Mario 64 together. That was great. Video games have built the connection between my father and I. Video games are excellent.
All right, we're through.
Hey, we're with Chester on his opinion on video games, and what are the cons to playing video games?
I think that they rot the mind. I think they're the reasons we have so much crime and so many things, people being murdered and robbed, and so many people that don't have jobs. What they're doing is they're sitting at home playing video games all night long. So when they come into school or work the next day, they're sleepy and they don't know what to do because they've been all night on a video game. So I think they're a bunch of crap.
How do you think video games affect the human brain?
I think they rot them.
All right. Do you think video games can cause aggressive behavior?
I absolutely do. Now, when I was your age, we had decent video games. We had Pac-Man, okay? We had Donkey Kong. We had Centipede, okay? We had real video games. We didn't have this shooting, killing crap, okay? That leads to people like Jeffrey Dahmer, who ate people.
Do you think there's any benefits for playing video games?
Only if you want to be a serial killer.
And Have you played any video games with your family?
No, none of my family is articulate enough to play anything.
Well, that's all we got, right?
Hey, we're here with Micah on his opinion on video games. Do you think there's any benefits of playing video games?
Well, I can kind of see where it can pass somebody's time if they're very bored. I mean, you know, if you don't want to go anywhere, you don't want to spend any money, and you have a console or a PC with video games on it, it could pass your time, you know, kind of make your time flow by a little better. Next question.
What is your favorite video game, if you play any?
Okay, well, you should know I am a gamer, very much so. Believe me, Andrew should know. And, right now, I probably have to say the favorite right now is probably Grand Theft Auto 5.
Have you ever played video games with family, and if so, has it increased your relationship?
I've played video games with my family before, both my brothers, you know. Sometimes we like to game a little bit. Yeah, I can feel I've gotten a little closer to them. I mean, we've had some arguments, but, I mean, mostly it's just been a good time.
Do you think playing video games alternates the way the brain thinks?
Yes. Of course, for a developing child, however, because a developing child, in my opinion, and from what I've seen in like different cases, they can't really take a good grasp on the virtual reality and the reality of the real world. Because take for an instance of like a child who plays Call of Duty and he's like in the first grade, takes a gun to school and kills people, and thinks they're going to respawn. But in reality, they're going to be dead and they can't come back. You know, it's just, I think the younger children need to stay off the video games, and the parents need to have good judgment in when their child can play these violent video games. And besides, it says it on the box, it's rated for mature players of 17 plus.
Oh, that's all we have. Thanks. That's all, folks.
I'm a brain scientist. Too much screen time makes your eyesight worse. That's a statement about vision. There may be vision scientists among you. We actually know how to test that statement. We can step into the lab and measure how good your vision is. Well, guess what? People that don't play a lot of action games, that don't actually spend a lot of time in front of screens, have normal, or what we call corrected to normal vision. That's okay. The issue is what happens with these guys that actually indulge into playing video games like 5 hours per week, 10 hours per week, 15 hours per week. By that statement, their vision should be really bad, right? Guess what? Their vision is really, really good. Another saying that I'm sure you have all heard around. Video games lead to attention problem and greater distractibility. Orange, good. Green, red, yellow, red, yellow. You got my point, right? Your action video game player has a span of about 6 to 7 objects of attention, which is what is shown in this video here. That's for you guys, action video game player. They're more challenging, right? Yellow or blue? Blue. So this is work from a colleague in Toronto. What they showed is that initially, subjects perform where they're expected to perform given their age. After 2 weeks of training on action video games, they actually perform better.
Some people believe that playing video games leads to violence and irrational behavior, kind of like these guys. And some people believe that playing video games can give you the epic reaction time to do stuff like catching an arrow. So the question remains, are video games good or bad for you? Well, that's for us to know and you to find out. See you next time on Questions Left Unanswered.